John Travolta's love life has become a subject of intense fascination among fans and followers. After being married for a long time and raising a family,
John Travolta has lived a life filled with fame, love, loss, and unforgettable roles. From Grease to Saturday Night Fever, he became one of Hollywood's brightest stars, the kind people watched not just for his talent, but for his heart. Behind all the movies and red carpets, John was also a devoted husband and a gentle, hands-on father. And now, at just 25, his daughter is speaking out about the man she grew up with, not the superstar the world knows, but the dad she saw every single day. Her words surprised many and touched even more. Join us as we take a closer look at his journey and uncover the father-daughter bond and see what his daughter said about him. A childhood shaped by art and culture. John Travolta grew up in a home where music, movies, and acting were part of daily life. He was the youngest of 6 children born and raised in Englewood, New Jersey. His neighborhood was mostly Irish-American, so even though his father was Italian and his mother was Irish, he always felt surrounded by Irish culture. His mother, Helen, had a huge influence on the family. She had been a singer and an actress, and she later became a drama and English teacher. She loved theater, and her love passed down to all her children. Every sibling, Joey, Ellen, Anne, Margaret, and Sam, ended up acting at some point. His father, Salvatore "Sam" Travolta, was a former semi-professional football player who later ran a tire company called Travolta Tire Exchange. It was a busy household, full of noise, laughter, and creativity. John said he was raised Catholic, but everything changed for him at 21 when he was introduced to the book Dianetics. He later converted to Scientology, and that decision stayed with him for life. But before any of that happened, he made a bold move. At 17, still in high school, he dropped out. He felt school wasn't where his heart was. He wanted the stage, the lights, and the chance to perform. He wanted something bigger. So he left Dwight Morrow High School as a junior and never looked back. That choice led him toward a future he could never imagine, and into the next step of his journey. The first steps toward stardom. After leaving school, Travolta moved to New York City. He was young, hopeful, and ready to work. He first joined the touring company of Grease, playing the role of Duty. That job opened doors for him. Soon after, he performed on Broadway and Over Here, and sang a song called Dream Drummin'. But New York was only the beginning. He needed to go even further. That push brought him to Los Angeles, where his screen career officially began. His very first filmed appearance was a simple part, a fall victim in an episode of Emergency in 1972. It was small, but it put him in front of a camera. His first real break came 4 years later when he played Billy Nolan, the bully in the horror film Carrie. That role got people talking. But the real explosion of fame came from television. He became a star as Vinnie Barbarino in the sitcom Welcome Back, Kotter, which ran from 1975 to 1979. Fans loved him instantly. Even his sister Ellen appeared on the show at times, playing Arnold Horshack's mother. While acting, Travolta also built a music career. His single Let Her In climbed into the Billboard Top 10 in 1976. But his biggest rise came from 2 films that became part of American culture forever: Saturday Night Fever and Grease. His performance in Saturday Night Fever earned him an Academy Award nomination for Best Actor. He was only 24, one of the youngest ever to be nominated. His mother and sisters even made quick appearances in the film, and Grease made him an international star. Everything happened fast. After a small setback with the film Moment by Moment, he came back strong with Urban Cowboy in 1980. The country music craze hit the nation, and he rode the wave right to the top. But as the 1980s continued, even more roles were waiting for him, leading to the kind of career few actors ever experience. From major films to television success. By the time the 1980s rolled in, John Travolta had become a household name. He starred in one major project after another: Grease, Urban Cowboy, and Blowout, and he continued shaping his image as a dramatic, emotional actor. Even though the industry changed around him, Travolta stayed relevant because he kept choosing roles that showed different sides of him. He later earned another Academy Award nomination for his performance in Pulp Fiction, proving he could reinvent himself at any time. His list of films grew long: Get Shorty, Broken Arrow, Michael, Face Off, A Civil Action, Primary Colors, The General's Daughter, The Punisher, Wild Hogs, Hairspray, Bolt and Savages. His work spread across genres: action, comedy, drama, and even animation. He wasn't just an actor either. He released 9 albums, with several singles landing on the Billboard Hot 100. The Grease soundtrack even topped the Billboard charts. He also became a skilled private pilot. But his biggest shift later came with television. Travolta took on the role of lawyer Robert Shapiro in The People v. O.J. Simpson, American Crime Story. His performance gained him an Emmy nomination, and he also won an Emmy as a producer. He continued appearing in newer formats like the action-comedy web series Die Hard, which earned him another Emmy nomination. His career kept moving, changing, and growing. But while fans followed his work, his personal life was building into a story of its own. A story fueled by love, family, and unexpected challenges. Meeting Kelly Preston and building a family. Travolta's private life took a major turn when he met actress Kelly Preston. They first crossed paths on the set of the 1989 film The Experts, and something clicked right away. John often said it felt like love at first sight. When Kelly was asked years later about that moment, she laughed and said, "Kinda." She explained the truth behind it. "Well, I was not that happily married, let's put it that way. I was really with the wrong person." That honesty showed how real their connection was. It wasn't just a movie-set romance. It became something steady, warm, and full of joy. Kelly once talked about the best and worst parts of being married to John. She said, "There's too many best things. His lips, dancing, fun, laughing, we dance all the time. The kids dance with us, we go out dancing, we love it." Their life was full of energy and love. They became one of Hollywood's most admired couples, and their bond built the foundation for the family they raised together. And while their relationship began with small moments on a film set, it grew into something much deeper. A life filled with music, laughter, and the kind of memories that stay forever. A sudden proposal and a new beginning. When Kelly Preston became single again, John Travolta didn't waste any time. Their connection had been strong from the moment they met, but now he finally had the chance to show her how serious he was. On New Year's Eve in 1991, inside the Palace Hotel restaurant in Gstaad, Switzerland, Travolta surprised everyone, including Kelly. He suddenly got down on one knee and pulled out a 6-carat yellow and white diamond ring. Jonathan Crane, the producer of Look Who's Talking To, remembered that exact moment. He said Kelly didn't stay calm at all. When Travolta asked her to marry him, Crane said, "She screamed." It was a huge moment, full of shock, joy, and excitement. Shortly after the proposal, Kelly told Entertainment Tonight that the couple planned to have some babies. Then she joked in her interview, "We're practicing right now. This could be barefoot and pregnant for the next 10 years. She wasn't kidding about wanting a family. And life moved quickly after that. Because only months later they were already preparing for the biggest change of all, and the start of their family came even sooner than people expected. 2 weddings, a new baby, and a strong shared faith. John Travolta and Kelly Preston chose a quiet, private moment to say their vows. On September 5, 1991, they got married in Paris at the Hôtel de Crillon. The ceremony was held by a Scientology minister, and the world didn't even know it was happening. Kelly was already 2 months pregnant with their first child, a son named Jet, and the couple seemed excited to start this next chapter together. 1 week later, they decided to get married again in the United States, this time in Daytona Beach, Florida. They wanted a ceremony on U.S. soil as well, and they wanted both moments to be special. Later that same year, Travolta and Preston attended a Scientology event in Los Angeles, enjoying their new life as a married couple. Travolta had been a Scientologist since 1975, so sharing that part of his life with Kelly made their bond even stronger. Their love kept growing through the 1990s, and by the year 2000, their family reached another beautiful milestone. On April 3, 2000, their daughter Ella Blue was born. She was their second child, and as she grew up, she followed in her parents' footsteps. Ella eventually became an actress and even starred in the 2019 film The Poison Rose with her father and Morgan Freeman. Kelly was incredibly proud. On Instagram, she wrote, "Still in absolute awe of my stunning daughter, Ella Travolta. She has jumped into the family business as an absolute natural." She added, "I am beyond proud of her and all of her accomplishments, but most of all, I am proud and honored to have her as my daughter. I love you and congratulations." Their family life was full of moments like this: love, support, and celebration. But more big milestones were waiting just around the corner. Joyful moments, painful loss, and the search for strength. Even during busy careers, Travolta and Preston always made time for each other. In 2002, Travolta surprised Kelly at the One World, One Child benefit concert, bringing out a cake to celebrate her 40th birthday. It showed how deeply he cared for her, even in simple moments. But life was not always easy for them. In 2009, the family faced something no parent ever wants to face. Their oldest son, Jet, died while the family was on vacation in the Bahamas. He was only 16 years old. Jet had a seizure, fell, and hit his head in a bathtub. The loss left the family devastated. Their attorney, Mike Ossie, said, "John never dreamed of this. Their relationship was so close." He added that John always said, "I'm happy as long as my kids are happy." After Jet's passing, Ossie said, "He is heartbroken. To bury your son is the worst thing you can ever do." The grief changed everything. For a while, the family struggled to find joy again. Then, in November 2010, a new light entered their home. John and Kelly welcomed another son, Benjamin. Benjamin didn't replace Jet, but he helped the family heal. Travolta said in 2011, "He's given the house a renewed spirit and purpose." In 2016, he said on Good Morning America, "Certainly having little Ben has been a beautiful kind of glue for us to rebond after tremendous loss." Their family slowly rebuilt its happiness. By 2019, they were celebrating again, including Travolta's 65th birthday, which the whole family enjoyed together. Their love and strength kept them close, but another painful turn was waiting ahead, one they never expected to face so soon. Lasting love, final memories, and John's tribute to Kelly. On September 5th, 2019, the couple celebrated their 28th wedding anniversary. After so many years together, their love was still as strong as ever. Travolta posted a picture of them hugging at dinner and wrote, "Happy anniversary to my wonderful wife at They're All Kelly Preston." Kelly shared the same photo, but her message was much longer and full of emotion. She wrote, "To my dearest Johnny, the most wonderful man I know. You have given me hope when I have felt lost, loved me patiently and unconditionally, made me laugh harder than any other human being possible, shared the most beautiful highs and at times lows." She continued, "You're a dream daddy-o and make life so much fun. I trust my love with you implicitly. With you, I know I will always be okay no matter what happens. I love you forever and completely." The message showed just how deep their bond was. But less than a year later, everything changed. On July 12, 2020, Travolta announced that Kelly had passed away at the age of 57 after living with breast cancer for 2 years. He shared, "Kelly's love and life will always be remembered." 3 months later, on October 13, 2020, Travolta posted a tribute in honor of what would have been Kelly's 58th birthday. He shared a side-by-side photo of their wedding day and his parents' wedding day. He wrote, "Happy birthday, hon. I found this photo of my mom and dad's wedding. It was nice to see ours alongside theirs. All my love, John." His words showed the love he still carried and the memories he held close. And with that final tribute, the next chapter of his story continued through the voice of the one person who knew him best, his daughter, Ella, keeping Kelly's memory alive. Even after Kelly Preston passed away, John Travolta continued to honor her in every way he could. On October 13, 2021, he marked her birthday with a simple but emotional message. He posted a lovely photo of Kelly and wrote, "Happy birthday, Kelly. We miss and love you very much." It was a reminder of how deeply she was still a part of their lives. The following year, in 2022, Travolta shared another tribute on Mother's Day. He posted a video montage filled with family photos and wrote, "We love and miss you, Kelly. Happy Mother's Day." The video included pictures of Kelly with their 3 children, showing how much she meant to the family. Ella, their daughter, also shared her own Mother's Day message. She posted a throwback photo and wrote, "I've learned a lot from all of the strong and powerful women in my life. I thank you all for being such wonderful role models. I miss and love you, Mama." Her post showed how much she admired her mother. Even though Kelly had passed, her influence clearly stayed with her children. These quiet tributes became a yearly reminder of the love they still held for her. But as time moved forward, the Travolta family found new ways to honor Kelly, not just through memories, but also through the achievements of their children. And one of those moments brought John and Ella even closer: a father's pride and a daughter's love. On September 5, 2023, the day that marked John and Kelly's wedding anniversary, Travolta decided to celebrate in a different way. He posted a video of Ella singing and captioned it, "Our baby girl Ella in celebration of Kelly's and my wedding anniversary. I'm so proud of you. I know Mama would be too." Ella replied in the comments, "I love you both so much." It showed how their family kept Kelly's spirit alive by lifting each other up. Then, earlier that year, Ella made headlines again, but for a different reason. On February 18, 2023, John Travolta turned 69. To celebrate his birthday, Ella shared a heartfelt post along with a sweet selfie of the two of them. She wrote, "Yesterday marked the birthday of my hero, the most incredible father, friend, and role model anyone could ask for." It was a message filled with love and gratitude. She ended her post with, "I love you, Daddy." Travolta quickly responded with an emotional reply, "I love you to my dearest Ella, more than you know." Fans joined in, sending birthday wishes and calling Travolta a national treasure. Some commented on how much she looked like both her parents. One wrote, "Sweet Ella, you have your mother's beautiful smile." Another said, "Wow, you look just like your mom." People could see the connection she carried from both sides of her family. These warm messages reflected a bond that stayed strong despite the loss they faced. And through these moments, Ella continued to show her father how much he meant to her, something that became even clearer when she spoke about his work and the movies she grew up watching. Ella shares the truth about her dad. In April 2024, Ella shared something that surprised many fans. She spoke about her father's long and successful film career, and she revealed which movie of his was her favorite. Instead of choosing one of his biggest classics, she said her favorite was the 2010 action thriller From Paris with Love. She explained that she loved that movie even when she was 8 or 9 years old. She said, "That was my favorite movie when I was like 8 or 9. I loved that movie. I still love that movie." Her answer made Travolta laugh, since the movie was R-rated and, as he joked, a rough movie. She later revealed that while she watched From Paris with Love as a child, she waited until she was 18 to watch Pulp Fiction. She even shared that she recently binge-watched all of her father's movies. She said it was really cool and really fun to just watch everything in a new period of time. Watching his work made her appreciate him even more. She said, "A masterclass in acting for sure to just watch that body of work." Her words showed how much she admired her father's talent, not just as a parent, but as an artist. Travolta has always been open about how proud he is of Ella and his son Benjamin. He once said, "It's a privilege to be a father. I love you, my babies." When speaking about Ella, he added, "She is her own person. She is gracious, generous, poised, graceful, and gorgeous. I don't know how she came to be, and I don't take any credit other than just adoring her, and maybe that's a valid contribution." His love for his daughter was clear in every word, but their bond deepened even more when life forced them to face difficult conversations about loss, conversations that showed the strength they carried together, a daughter's musical tribute to her late mother. In September 2024, Ella Blue Travolta shared something deeply personal with the world. She released a song called "Little Bird," and it was her way of honoring her late mother, Kelly Preston. The song carried soft vocals and emotional lines that showed the love she still felt. In the first verse, Ella sang, "Little bird, don't you cry, would you stay a while before I fly?" Then she added, "Close your eyes, won't you smile? Sing a lullaby, it'll be all right." The music video made the moment even more touching. It used real home movies from Ella's childhood, showing her with her mother at birthday parties, on vacations, and during warm family moments. It also included clips of her late brother Jet, who passed away in 2009 at the age of 16. On Instagram, Ella explained what the song meant to her. She wrote, "Little Bird is a song about a beautiful time in my life." She shared that she had spent 2 years thinking about the song, but when she finally wrote it, it came together overnight. She said, "This song is about the celebration of life." John Travolta also celebrated the release. He wrote, "This song and video is an homage to her mother, and it also happens to be my wedding anniversary with Kelly." He added that he helped produce the song and called it a special day. Through this project, Ella reminded the world that love, memory, and healing can live together in the form of music. And this emotional release led into another moment where Ella opened up about her life in a more personal way. Lifestyle changes and how she navigates. Growing up in the spotlight. Ella also gave a rare sit-down interview where she talked about how much her life has changed. She explained that she decided to go vegan a few years earlier because she was inspired by a friend who had been vegan for 7 years. She remembered thinking, "You're so healthy and everything is so great," and then learned it was because her friend had been plant-based for a long time. That conversation made her try it for 2 weeks. She said, "I tried it and I just really loved it, and I felt really good eating plant-based." She also noted the impact it has on the environment and animals, which made her want to continue. She shared that living in Los Angeles made the lifestyle easy because there are many vegan options. When she travels for work, she researches vegan places ahead of time to stay consistent. Ella also talked about growing up in a famous family. She said what helped her most was having her family always around her and having good friends. She explained, keeping that support group made it a really nice upbringing and didn't allow for a lot of negativity to creep in there. She said that Los Angeles feels like home to her. Ella grew up in the public eye, and she talked about how people sometimes expect her to feel a certain way when her family goes through tragedy. She said, "There's definitely the natural support and global support that comes with that, but then there can be a natural input and expectation of how you should feel or how people assume that you feel." She opened up about how she always relied on her family, especially her father, after losing her mother and brother. And that connection to her dad became even clearer when she talked about the advice he gives her. The advice John gives his daughter. Ella has always spoken about the close relationship she has with her father. She shared that he has given her important advice about dating. She told Access Hollywood that her dad once said, "If you're going on a first date or meeting someone for the first time, just make sure to really be yourself and don't give any false pretenses." His words reflected how much he wanted her to stay true to who she is. Besides acting and modeling, Ella continued working on her music, and in 2024 she released her EP called Colors of Love. During this time, she and her father stayed closely connected. Their bond grew stronger, especially because of the losses they experienced. In the years after Kelly's death, John, Ella, and Benjamin became each other's support system. Then, something happened that surprised many fans. They decided to work together. Even though they once said they would never work together, things changed. Ella agreed to co-star with her father in an upcoming action thriller called Black Tides. The film also stars Melissa Barrera and follows a father trying to reconnect with his daughter and grandson after their boat is attacked by orcas. An insider explained that Ella was hesitant at first because she wanted to avoid Nepo labels. But John wanted to help her career, especially because she has struggled since her Cinderella movie was shelved. The insider said, "John and Ella are so excited about working together. It was something they vowed to never do, mostly because Ella's trying to avoid any Nepo tags." But the insider also revealed something personal. Since Kelly's death, Ella has been really feeling the hole left by her mom, which made John want to give her extra support. Working together became something meaningful for both of them, and this new project led to even more emotional moments as they continued honoring the past while building something new. Healing together through love. As Ella stepped into new projects, John continued to keep Kelly and Jet present in their lives. Earlier in the month, he posted a tribute to Kelly for her birthday. He shared a video where he sang "Come Rain, Come Shine" over a picture of his late wife holding a bouquet of flowers. He wrote, "Recorded this song for Kelly and I want to share it with you all on her birthday. Happy birthday, Kelly, we love you. John, Ella, and Ben." It was a simple but powerful reminder of his love for her. He also paid tribute to their son Jet in 2022 with a post for what would have been Jet's 30th birthday. He wrote, "My dearest Jetty, I miss you more than words can say. I think about you every day. Happy birthday. Love, your dad." These memories stayed close to the family, and while the pain never disappeared, their shared love kept them strong. The more Ella continued to grow as an artist and as a young woman, the more she leaned on her father. And the more Travolta watched his daughter take bold new steps, the more he tried to support her in every way he could. Working together on a film, sharing personal tributes, celebrating each other's achievements, it all helped them heal from the losses that shaped their lives. And now, with Ella entering a new chapter at 25, her voice, her music, and her words about her father reveal a love that only continues to grow. What part of John and Ella's story touched you the most and why? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more incredible stories from Hollywood's fascinating history. See you next time.